This is Ben Wolf, and you're watching the Hashtag Truth with my friend Scott Larson. So sit back and enjoy the show.
Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground because you never had the courage. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hashtag Truth. Tonight, we have the one, the only, the tag team, the New Breed. How are you guys doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Doing pretty good.
Yes, before the show, I was apologizing to these guys. We've been trying to get them on. I think I've canceled on you guys like 2 or 3 times. Again, out here in public, I'm going to apologize again. A lot of bad things have been happening to me, falls and things like that. Not my greatest hits on Hashtag Truth last week. I'll just put it that way. So how are you guys doing, man? How long have you two been a tag team?
Oh,
I'd say our first tag team match, I think, was January of 2021. So going on a year now.
Okay, so you guys started pre-pandemic and went through the pandemic as a tag team.
We sure did.
Awesome. So where do you guys fight out of?
Mainly West Virginia. We haven't
Okay.
traveled much out of state yet so far, but we're still working on those connections, and hopefully we're going to be able to travel outside the state here soon coming up.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Now, we spoke earlier before, all this stuff happened to me and stuff like that. Tell me your guys' ages.
I am 22. In April, I will be 23.
Okay.
I am 15. In April, I will be 16.
So you're the youngest of the two, and so how long have you been training? I forgot your name, so you guys didn't put your names up there. So 22. How long have you been wrestling? I mean, training and so forth.
I believe I started training February of 2020,
Right.
and I believe I had my first match in June of 2020.
Okay. Now I'm detecting an accent.
Yes.
Tell me about the accent.
I am from Derrynane, Ireland. I came here to the States when I was young and grew up here, but I like to hold on to my roots. And at home, my parents, they always, had the accent, so I picked it up as I was growing up.
That is cool. I bet you get a lot of girls like that. Do you have a wife or a girlfriend?
I have a girlfriend.
I bet you pound them down with a stick, don't you, with that accent? Right? Look at the smile. All right, your partner there. All right, you're kind of young, man. Do you get teased a lot when they hear your ages?
Oh, definitely. Backstage and out in the crowd, a lot. But it's all like
You
joking.
hold your own though, right?
What is it?
I bet you hold your own though, right?
I sure do.
Without a doubt. So what organizations do you guys usually? I mean, you're in West Virginia right now. What organizations do you wrestle for normally?
Battleground Wrestling running out of Hurricane. We have Premier Wrestling League Mid-Atlantic out of Bluefield. Huntington Championship Wrestling out of Huntington.
Nice.
There's quite a few of them.
We're pushing and grinding. We're trying to get onto ASW All-Star Wrestling there in Madison.
Okay.
And I've spoken with them a few times, and they said we're on the radar, but they have to wait for the right opportunity to bring us in. So I hope whatever they bring us in for is something big.
I love to hear stuff like that, man. So do you guys have like a YouTube channel or anything that you guys have some of your matches on, or is there somewhere where people can go and see the New Breed in action?
We have a tag team Instagram and a tag team TikTok. TikTok, we post a match, like clips and stuff.
Okay.
Same thing with Instagram. We post like clips, and then we post like our merch updates, where we're going to be next, and this, that, and the other. So,
But I do believe that we have one match up on the Battleground Wrestling West Virginia YouTube channel, and the Huntington Championship Wrestling YouTube channel as well.
Nice, very good. I know you guys are young in your career, but any tag team gold, or have you been in a championship match yet?
We've had a couple tag team title shots. Haven't come out victorious just yet, but we're still hoping for the next opportunity for us to come out victorious.
Okay, the New Breed, that caught my eye the second you guys sent me a message, man. The New Breed, what does that mean? What do you guys tell me? What does that mean?
Well, we sat down for honestly a couple weeks discussing this, and I am the Celtic Tiger. My name is Steele, but I'm the Celtic Tiger. And
I would be totally disappointed if you were anything but Celtic something. Go ahead, man.
This is Gen Z.
It's your boy Gen Z.
Oh,
So-
okay.
We
I like
really thought about it, and there was a lot of things thrown around like the Celtic generation and things like that, and nothing really like sat well. And I was like, when you think of animals, a lot of people speak of like breeds and species and stuff like that. And Gen Z, it's very new, it's young, it's what is out there, So we talked about it and threw things back and forth, and eventually we landed right on the New Breed. I think it came out of two separate names that were thrown out, and we just mashed them together.
I like that. See, there's a story behind it, and I love that. I love that when people just don't throw a name out there. This sounds cool. We're just going to use it. When there's a story behind it, it's more authentic, and the fans get behind you more. Now, I heard you say a few minutes ago, that you guys are, you guys have only been together a little over a year. You've already got merchandise out. Explain that to me.
Well, considering like one half of the New Breed is the Merch King. That's me, by the way. If you didn't already know, I have like 528 t-shirts out on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's also really awesome at the same time. So
you just go on Pro Wrestling Tees every other day and just put a new design out or
pretty
something?
much, yeah. Yeah. So I have, I think, 5 or 6 of my own designs, and then we have one tag team design. We're working on getting another one soon.
Okay, I got you. I like that. You'll have to send me one of the designs. I would love to see that, and also some promo pics, because you guys, I would love to see you guys in full gear, like at a show. You know what I'm saying? Because you being Celtic, you being Celtic like you are? Do you come out in any Celtic gear, or do you guys match when you come out?
So the thing with it is, when I wrestled as a single star, I was, full Irish garb. I carried a flag, the whole nine. But when we got together, we definitely wanted to have tag gear, because that's something that's very important as a tag team, because you want to look uniform.
Right.
So now we don't wear similar things at all. He likes to wear tights. I wear singlets. So two different ends of the spectrum. But we went out to a company called My House Sports Gear.
Okay.
Now they typically delve into things like scholastic wrestling and things of that nature. But I got a hold of them and explained our situation, and he got a pair of MMA shorts. Now he still wears his tights and everything underneath them.
Right.
And then I have a singlet. But our team color is purple. So we each have purple in our gear, but on our own gear we have our like singles colors as well. So mine still has the green, white, and orange, and his has blue and white.
So you guys are like alike but different.
Yeah.
The whole concept. I mean, age, size, not saying anything bad, but age, size, colors. I mean, that's cool though, because people will look. I mean, sometimes it's not a good thing to have everything completely the same, because people get, it becomes monotonous when you come out with the same gear all the time. If you change it up a little bit, have different colors, and give something for people to look for. That's awesome. Jonathan Darwin's on here. I am partial to the Ninja Turtles design, Gen Z. So there's a story here. Jonathan saying somebody dressed up like a Ninja Turtle.
Okay, so I have a T-shirt design. It's the Ninja Turtle logo, but it has like my name on it. So it's like Itsy a Boy and like the little red part up the top, and then in the little turtle font it says Gen Z. So
I got you. And look at this. He just threw it right up there. He
There
said,
it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Wrestling T-shirts Gen Z.
Pro
There it is.
wrestling.com/.
Thank you, Jonathan. Way to go, man. I love that, man. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I love that. So, the one thing that I've always liked to ask tag teams is because when I grew up, a tag team normally had a manager. Okay, I grew up in the 80s, and WWE, a lot of the tag team had managers and things like that. Did you guys ever consider bringing on a manager?
Good.
We do have a manager.
Okay, see.
Now he unfortunately was not able to be here this evening.
Okay.
But he was actually a fan, and he approached us after our show and said, "I really liked what you all are bringing to the table, and I want to be able to support you all more than just being a fan. I want to be there with you all. I want to go on this journey with you all. I want to be where you are. As far as you have to go, I'm right there by your side."
What's his name, sir? What's his name?
So his name is Norval Justice. Explain
Norval
that.
Justice. I like that. That's a cool name, man. Now, full disclosure, I knew the answer before they gave it because when they sent me their promo pic, I had to cut the guy out of their picture in order to put him up because he wasn't going to be on the show. So, full disclosure, I knew that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I enjoy that. And now, how long has he been with you guys?
Since August.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way he debuted was absolutely amazing.
It was great. So we come out, and was it the street fight match?
It was.
So we're at BGW in a street fight against the Circus of Pain. Sean Baker, I believe you're going to have him on soon,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. I'm gonna have him. He changed his date to the 22nd, right before Thanksgiving. So I will have him on.
Awesome. But yeah, so it was him and his tag team partner, James Maxon, against us, the New Breed, in a tag team street fight. And we feel like they weren't going to play fair. So
They didn't play fair the last time.
Well, the street fight, nothing's fair. There's no rules in the street fight, man.
And we had met one time before that, and they underhandedly struck me in the throat with a broken pool cue and pinned me.
Okay.
So we challenged them to a street fight. And then, just to keep the playing field as level as possible, we did bring in Norval at this show because we didn't plan to bring him in as soon as we did, but we felt that it was necessary.
And boy, did he make an entrance. All of a sudden, his music hit. You heard this motor going. All of a sudden, he came through on a motorcycle. It was the greatest thing ever.
So he came rocking a motorcycle, Undertaker style, right?
In his purple blazer with our logo blinged out on the back of it, and his purple little fedora, purple pants. He was purpled out, and he comes in on that motorcycle. It was great. Giving out New Breed T-shirts. It was great.
Wow.
How many did he give out? Three.
I think three
Small to a bunch of little kids out in the crowd.
That's awesome. See, that's going to get you fandom real quick. Free merchandise normally will get you fandom really quick. but yeah, man. So who is one of your rivalries? You just mentioned two, but is that your biggest rivalry to date, or?
Yes.
Okay.
It actually dates back clear back into May.
Okay.
So
from the sound, I don't mean to interrupt you, but from the sound of things, COVID didn't affect you guys in your wrestling. You guys had somewhere to wrestle through the whole thing, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. We had a place here in North Carolina that did the same thing, Lincolnton up in Lincoln. We affectionately called it the COVID Dome because everybody wrestled there until things started opening up. But that's great. I'm glad to hear that because I've had people on who started just before COVID and then they got shut down throughout COVID, and then they've only been wrestling for like a month. So you guys literally went through the whole year.
Well, a really miraculous thing about that is we started training in February of 2020, and we honestly only got in a couple weeks, and then I think they shut us down for like a month and a half through March into April. And
Okay.
we took our training sessions onto Zoom to talk psychology and things like that. So we never truly stopped learning.
Now I'd like to hear that. You went on Zoom and kept training with other people about psychology, wrestling psychology. Now, were you guys were a tag team throughout this whole thing, right?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
Okay. So here's the magic question. Where did you guys meet and decide, hey, we got to become the new breed?
Well, to be honest, we've actually known each other since he was little.
I think since I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So it's been at least about 10 years.
We've been friends forever, and we decided to chase this dream of being professional wrestlers together. Growing up, my parents always actually showed me like matches and stuff from when they were kids, and one of my favorites of growing up was Bret Hart.
I named my son after Bret Hart, sir. Me and you both. My son's name is Brett Jace, and he was named after Bret Hart. So cool. I love it. Go ahead.
So we there was one show where it was Premier Wrestling League, and I don't remember exactly. We had a match against another group called Legion, and during the match, the actual tag team champions of the promotion came out and threw their gold up in our face and cost us a victory.
It happened in this building we're in.
In
now,
this very
right?
building right here, yes.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, so you just opened up Pandora's box because I was going to get to that later in the show, but where you at?
We are in the House of Rage Training Center.
Okay.
Within the Lee Studio Production building,
Okay.
located in Winfield, West Virginia.
Great. I mean, I love the graffiti on the back wall. I mean, that is that's probably the coolest backdrop I've ever had on hashtag Truth for a wrestling team. That is totally awesome, man.
Well,
That is,
if it had been prepared, we had a whole wall of toys over on the other side.
you want to turn the light on? You can see it?
that's cool. Wow, look at that. That's a collector's dream. That's all wrestling
The
stuff,
whole
right?
top row is all wrestling figures.
Wow. That is amazing. I love that. That is so cool. So you guys come together. You decide to be a team. You've wrestled a few matches. Your name's the New Breed, which I think is a totally cool name. Now, do you guys have finishing moves and please tell me they got cool names, because if you got a New Breed as a name, your finisher's got to be a cool name too.
So, kind of how it starts out. I'm usually up on the top rope, facing the pole, so I'm like backwards on it, right? And then he comes
You're
in.
gonna do a moonsault.
Better than a moonsault. I wish I could do a moonsault.
You're turned backwards like you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're on their hands and knees. He comes in, hits him with a big boot to the face. They roll over.
It is
He's got
a running drop kick to the temple.
running drop kick.
I call it the Celtic arrow because
Nice. I like it.
it's an arrow to the head.
So they roll over. I'm up top. Jeff Hardy's whisper in the wind. It's
Right.
that, but they're laying down. And I call that the Flippy McTwisty.
The Flippy McTwisty. I knew there was going to be a cool move, a name in there somewhere. That is not saying that the arrow isn't cool, but that is totally
That's
awesome.
actually how we finished the circus. Or no, you hit him with a Michinoku driver
Indeed.
onto a guardrail, and then I did the Flippy McTwisty off of the top rope onto Sean Baker laying on the guardrail.
Very awesome. Luke Childers, how you doing, sir? Welcome to hashtag Truth. Love you, little guy. This is a cool kid, man. I like sitting by him. We go to HWH, a show here in the area, here in North Carolina, and he sits with me, and we have a good time every time at the show. And I lost a bet and had to wear the bad guys. I usually root for the good guys, when I go to the show, and I lost a bet to that gentleman right there, and I had to wear a bad guy shirt, which is his dad. And I had to root for the bad guys all night, and I was not comfortable. Let me tell you, it's not comfortable to root for bad guys when you're used to. The Flippy McTwisty, hell yeah, Z. To Lise. Now, you guys know Team Bay, correct?
We do.
Okay, tell me about that. When did you meet them?
At the House of Rage, right where we're at right now.
Okay, so
we
have you
trained
guys
with the
ever
league.
wrestled each other yet?
No.
No, I don't think so.
You'd remember that right away. Okay.
We've trained together, but we've never wrestled each other.
There you go. Jamie Knight, Jamie Earnhardt. What's up, brother? Welcome to Hashtag Truth. Yeah, we got a lot of people. Not yet, she said. Not yet.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
So if they were to challenge you, would you take them on?
Indeed.
Remember, they're watching. Okay.
They just have to remember, and I'll take this one from the Gen Z generation. Remember, Team Bay, we might be the good guys, but these hands, they're rated E for everyone.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, one half of my tag team that I manage right here, Out of Darkness, Robert Shock says, my vote's on Team Bay. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness, guys. That is amazing. So, is there any tag teams in your area that you are wanting to wrestle that, I don't want to say you look up to them, but they're like, premier tag teams in your area that you want to get into the ring with that you haven't been able to do yet?
Probably the current BGW tag team champions, Dark Clouds, Eric Darkstorm, and DeGette Bundles. That's probably one of the number one teams that I want to step into the ring with soon, and hopefully for the BGW Tag Team Gold.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So, how long have you guys? You guys said you've worked for like 3 or 4 or 5 companies. You named a bunch of them. Is there one company that you call home?
Battleground
Wrestling.
Battleground Wrestling. Why? I just want to know. Is it? I got you. Is that where you first came together, or you?
Yeah,
first
that's like that's the home company with our training school. So we've we've stuck with them, and that's kind of been home to us.
Okay, I got you. I see. I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. So, where do you guys see each other a year from now? 2 years in.
Hopefully on top with belts around our waists.
I'd be disappointed if you said anything different. Go ahead.
BGW, PWL, ASW, HCW, and any company around here or out of state.
All across the globe.
That was my next question. I'm located near North Carolina. I'm actually in South Carolina. I live in South Carolina, but I travel to North Carolina to watch my wrestling. And would you be willing to come to North Carolina? Because I know
Absolutely.
the number of people I've got watching, there's probably a few promoters watching tonight.
I actually have. I traveled a couple times down to North Carolina to wrestle at the Lucha Dome.
You've actually wrestled at the Lucha Dome.
I have indeed. That's actually where I secured my first singles victory.
Nice. Now that's cool. I like to hear that. I love that. Now you, I still can't get over. How many shirts do you have online, brother?
Like 5 or 6 of my own, and then one tag team shirt.
No, I'm talking about your shirts.
Just my shirt.
Yeah.
Probably about 5 or 6. Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about like 70 or 80 or something like that.
Yeah, but it's still pretty ridiculous because I've only like had merch for probably not even a year yet. I don't think.
Okay.
And it just keeps now.
Oh, Billy said my money's on Team Bay. Also, Talise, very smart. Rhonda Ruff said you guys need to face Out of Darkness. These boys right here. I would love to see that. That would be pretty cool. Merch King.
At least she's kind of smart.
She's kind of smart. So, you say your manager comes to most of your gigs, right? Of course. Yeah. Has there ever been in a match where maybe because I'm a manager too, and I've been put in a lot of predicaments. I've been handcuffed to the ring. I've been, have you ever been in a predicament where you had to save your manager?
Not just yet.
I don't think we've had to save him, but he's had to save Gen Z a couple times.
Yeah, I got handcuffed to the ropes during that street fight, and he had to get me out of there. Actually, I got handcuffed, and then they took their belt off and tied me up to the ring. So it happened twice in one match.
So, being a street fight, anything goes, any weapon, stuff like that. Did either one of you guys bleed that night?
No.
Didn't bleed at all. No. Wow, that's
a few little scars. I had a huge kendo stick mark all down my arm for about almost a month. It was there for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's for a wrestling fan, that's cool. I know it probably wasn't cool for you, but for a wrestling fan, when you go to show your war, your war things. Yeah, look what I got. That's cool.
Well, I'd have to say I had some pretty nasty bruises.
Yeah, he had a few
from the kendo sticks across my back there for a little while.
I'd say Sean Baker had a nice little mark after that pull stick over the back.
Oh yeah, I had to give Sean Baker his what was coming to him, because not only did they strike me with the broken pull cue in the match beforehand, the broken pull cue actually dates back to a bar fight that Sean Baker and I had.
Okay.
I challenged him to said match, and he was at the bar drinking and told me to come down and face him. So I went down there.
Please tell me that's recorded somewhere.
It is.
Oh, yes.
I
would love to see that.
But
you're gonna have to send me a link if it's possible. I would love to see that match.
Will do. But he took the upper hand at the end by throwing billiard chalk in my face and then breaking the pull stick over my back.
Oh, man. And that billiard chalk is more gritty than normal baby powder. It's like thick.
Yes.
Oh, man. So what is the worst? You guys, like I said, I know you guys have been wrestling training. What's the worst injury either one of you have had to get over? I'm asking that because I've went through a lot this week.
I'd have to say, honestly, I've been lucky to not have to deal with any injuries as of late. I wake up, my back hurts, my neck hurts, we're sore, we're beaten. But I've been lucky enough to not have any real injuries come out of this. I've bit through my lip a couple times, but I don't see that as a hindrance.
I did that when I was like 13 years old, dude. I was playing basketball. I was actually, I'm 500 pounds now. There's no way I could do it now. But back when I was in high school, I was actually the point guard for our basketball team. And I went to bend down, and the guy who was defending me went to bend down at the same time. We collided heads, and my lower teeth went through my upper gum, and they had to literally go to the hospital, pull my teeth out, and then stitch me up. And there's a big puffy spot somewhere up here on my upper lip. But yeah, it was not fun, man. Luke's got a question. He said, what was your favorite tag team growing up?
Easy, the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, so is there anything you guys emulate from the Hardy Boys?
My finisher from Jeff Hardy.
You got the whisper in the wind part I got you.
And one of my favorite moves to do is Jeff Hardy's corner drop kick.
Very good.
I trying to think of things that I've used from Matt, but I don't know why. I just gravitated myself more towards Jeff as a child. I suppose just because there was so much that he offered.
Yeah, I think Jeff is honestly most everybody's favorite when you talk about the Hardy Boys. He's just more.
He's an enigma.
Yeah, the charismatic enigma. He has that charisma. He has the look. He's got the paint. He's got the awesome music. he's got everything you could want being a child, being a wrestling fan.
Right,
Now,
right.
now, don't get me wrong. I love Matt's style. There's nothing wrong with it. The twist of fate is one of the greatest finishes I think we've ever seen. But obviously, I don't want to use something like that, even though he inspired me, because I don't want to be seen as copying him. I want to make things my own.
Exactly. I understand that.
Now, I will say, earlier in my career, I did do a wrist wrap, kind of in the similar style to him. So, but everybody does that, so I can't really say that's from him. You know what I mean? But
okay. Well, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Missy's got a question. And Rhonda's got a question. So we got 2 questions coming out of the break. So we'll be right back right after this short message.
This is 4-Foot Batman. And 4-Foot Batman knows the home of great collectibles at awesome prices. Retro toys and collectibles, movie memorabilia, Magic the Gathering cards, wrestling figures, Hot Wheels, the always popular Funko Pops, and much, much more. He knows the Hall of Collectibles is located in downtown Cherryville, North Carolina, at 400 East Main Street. Give them a call today, 980-989-5181. Retro Toys and Collectibles, the heavyweight champion in collecting.
Without a doubt, Retro Toys and Collectibles, man. Cotton runs that store. And if you're collecting anything, and I do mean anything, if you're a collector of any type, if he doesn't have it, he'll definitely know where to get it. So head on out there, 400 East Main in Cherryville. I'm almost scared to say something like that with you being Mr. Merch and everything. You might might show him a thing or two, man. I love that. That's probably my favorite part of this interview so far. So we have a few questions that were right here before the show. Missy wanted to know, do you like any of the old school wrestlers? Legion of Doom. I'll just throw a few out there.
Now, are we talking tag teams or singles or
anything? Any of the old school wrestlers?
I would say as a singles, probably either Flair or Ultimate Warrior.
For me, like I said, I do like Bret Hart. Now, he was more into the new era with like Shawn and all them. But if we're talking the 80s, definitely like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Nice.
I love watching Ricky. I love watching Macho Man. He's absolutely amazing.
Right, without a doubt, all my favorites, man. I loved watching 80s WWE. Rhonda's come in late. She wants to know where y'all are from again.
I am from Derrynane, Ireland. It's towards the southern part of the island, but I currently reside here in West Virginia.
And I am from Hurricane, West Virginia, born and raised.
There you go, without a doubt. I love it. Missy says they have it all. I love it.
Thank you.
Angela, one half of Team Bay, said, "Hey Scott, how you doing?" Angela, just watching these guys, the New Breed, having a talk with them. If you guys have any questions for New Breed, please feel free to put them up. And I will Rhonda, I said the same thing as soon as he came on. I said, man, his girlfriend better watch it with that accent, man. I mean, I'm just saying. I bet she guards you like a hawk, brother.
She does indeed.
Oh my God, dude. Billy said, have your manager get a street fight versus Team Bay so they can whoop your tails. Oh my goodness.
That hurt my heart.
See, the thing about that is, though, we have the experience in a street fight. I don't know that they do.
There you go. See, that's can't
We already
mess
have
with
the upper
that.
hand.
Yeah, we have the one up on them already.
There you go, man.
But-
Go ahead.
We're not afraid of any challenge, so if they want it, bring it on.
She said, have you seen me? Look, have you seen her?
I have, and I will pick you up, and I will slam you in the center of the ring. Strong boy.
She said, big talk.
And I will be on that top rope and do my little flippy McTwisty and crush you.
Oh, wow. Harry Bernard Taylor, one half of Straight Up Wrestling Podcast, one of the great podcasts out there. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. He wants to know, he's talking to you, Mr. Ireland. Did you start wrestling in America or your home country?
I started wrestling here in America. Like I said, I came over to America at a young age. I was like maybe 5 or 6 at the time, and I grew up here. But the accent stuck because, you know, growing up there at a young age, it kind of set in. And then as I got older, my parents still had the accent, so I still had it in the home environment. So I never really picked up into dialect of the States.
I got you. They're still going on. She said, bet. Oh, we'll bring it.
Big bet. No cap.
Billy's straightforward. He just said, well, you guys book it and stop running your mouths. Wow.
If somebody wants to book it, hey, any promoters on here, you want to book it?
He said, great to know. Thank you.
No problem.
There are some great promoters in our area that I will reach out to after this and see if we can hook you guys up, man. There are definitely some tag teams in this area. One of them being Out of Darkness that I would love to see you. Flight Risk is another one. I know before Billy jumps all over me, Flight Risk, Outlaw, and Jailbird would be another one. There's a ton of them. I would like to even see you guys wrestle NAV, New Age Villains. They're very popular in our area. I mean, there's a ton of great tag teams around here, and I would love to see you guys down here. Now, tell us where we can find you guys. I know you said it earlier, but tell us where we can find each of you individually and all your New Breed stuff on social media.
So to find me on Facebook, it is going to be CT Steel. Obviously, I can't have Celtic Tiger as a first name, so CT Steel. On Instagram, it is _Celtic_Tiger, and it's the same thing for my TikTok.
Okay, great. Well, I'm definitely going to write you down. After this, I'll come back and I'll watch the show and I'll write it down, and then I'll add you to my TikTok. So if you get something that says #truth on it, it's me. Without a doubt.
And, on Facebook for me, you can find me at Gen Z, just GENZ. And then my Instagram is Gen_Z_10. And then my TikTok is Z_Knots10 or 101, one or the other. And then our New Breed TikTok is the_new_breed_10. There's so many accounts with a bunch of underscores and a bunch of numbers.
I think it's 100.
Is it 100?
It's 100.
Maybe it's 100. There's a 1 and a 0 in there somewhere. Just look up the New Breed. You should be able to find us.
I got you. It'll probably pop up in the search engine. Robert said Flight Risk is going down, Billy. Luke says you guys versus Perfect Vision. That's another great tag team in our area. Two young up and comers. You would
We're more
definitely
than willing to travel, so we're going to start doing our homework, and we're going to be watching video. So I hope they're watching video of us.
Well, if you look at the bottom of my screen, there's Future Titans of Wrestling, Heritage Wrestling Alliance, Excalibur. I'm not sure if they have taken a break or if they're still running. I think they're still running. And you can look all these guys up on Facebook and get a hold of them without a doubt. AWS over here also. They're definitely on there. There's a ton of other promotions I am forgetting, but I will send all the names of those in a message to you guys on Facebook, and that way, you know, that way we're not spending 20 minutes on here with me naming every promotion I know in North Carolina. Missy wants to know, how tall are you guys?
I am I'm
12
6 foot tall. So I'm 6 foot tall. I don't use the European measurements because obviously I did grow up in the States, so I learned those measurements more than meters and things like that. So I'm 6 foot tall.
I am 5'6".
There you go. All right, cool beans. Missy said, is Michael King watching? If he is, Missy, he hasn't said anything yet. He hasn't asked a question, so I don't know. But I would love for King Enterprises to check these guys out, definitely. Or one of their tag teams could go up against New Breed. That would be pretty cool. King Enterprises right here is ran by a guy named Michael King, and he has like a huge faction, and they love wrestling, and they'll travel too. So without a doubt. Rhonda said, go to the Out of Darkness page. Go to these guys' page. Check them out. They'll definitely help you out. Billy said 3 Count Pro Wrestling. They're another one. I'll send you all these. I'll send you all these people. I'll give you the names of the promoters also. I'm not going to leave you high and dry with just a name. And I will have to ask permission to give out phone numbers. You guys understand that, being business and everything. But if they say, yeah, no problem, I'll even give you guys the phone numbers to the ones I know. There's one right up here, right up above me, holding the belt, Pro Wrestling Union. That's Cole Maccabee. That's a great wrestling organization. He's actually out of South Carolina. He runs right now out of Spartanburg. So,
Okay.
Very, very. A lot of people, a lot of the wrestlers that watch here, they love challenging other wrestlers. So we've had a ton of wrestlers from out of state come down to the COVID Dome that I told you about earlier. We've had a lot of people come down to HWA and all the other promotions that are down here. And I would love to see you guys. I would love to see Team Bay come down here, and all the other guys, Sean Baker, all you guys from up there in West Virginia area, come down here, man. We'll make it a night. We'll put West Virginia versus North Carolina somewhere, and have it.
Can be a whole Survivor Series match right there. Booking idea.
There you go. See, there you go. I love that. So. Have you guys ever I usually wait, but I'm going to ask these questions now because we got a lot of people on here talking. So have you guys ever like planned out something in the ring, like, all right, we want to do this move, even your finisher, and totally blew it when you got out there to do it? Was there ever an instance where you went to do something? I'm not doing it to embarrass you, but have you ever went to do something and either a guy fell or a guy was out of place or an ending didn't happen? Or
I think sometimes we'll call it, and then I'll be like, hey, like right before we go, hey, I'll probably do this and this. It actually happened on Halloween night. I told the dude, I was like, hey, I might do like a cannonball, throwing a couple European uppercuts in the corner. Those are like my things, maybe a boot wash or something. And I didn't do any of those. I just completely forgot about it. So,
right.
But yeah, there's some instances where like you'll call something, maybe somebody's out of place or something, and then you just got to go on the fly and fix it. So.
And that's cool though, and that's sometimes you end up mistakenly walking into something that looks better than what you called.
Very true.
Without a doubt. Missy wants to know, do you guys know how close you are to Boone, North Carolina?
I'd say, well, we're 3.5 from Salem, if that tells you anything.
I was gonna say I don't know exactly where Boone is. I know that like when
Salem.
I know when we would travel.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that would be about 6 hours, wouldn't it? Another 3 hours, you'd probably make it to that area. Excuse me, I could be wrong. I'm not very good at using maps and things like that. So
we're about what, 20
Missy will figure it out.
We are about because you're in South Carolina. We're about 8 hours roughly from Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
So if that helps any.
Okay. How far are you guys from Charlotte?
About 5 hours.
Okay, so you're about 6-7 hours from all these areas that they're going to ask you about, where a lot of these places are not right in the Charlotte area. They might be an hour or two out of Charlotte, but in that area somewhere.
That's okay. No place is too far.
There you go. Brady Hawks. I'm lost. She might have been saying that about something. You have to explain Brady Hawks to me, Missy. I have no idea what you were saying. To Lee Starseeker, if you're able to get a match, let me know. Oh, he still tries booked against Team Bay, guys. Why isn't Why isn't that coming off? What's going on with my? Okay, there's a promotion in Boone that uses a lot of guys from West Virginia. Okay, there you go.
Is it where Aaron West goes all the time?
Maybe it's not in Boone. That's because this one's only about 2.5 from here.
Okay.
He
So it can't
said
be that
he
one.
is a promoter that is close to them. So you're right. You're
Okay,
right
so
there.
maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
I got you without a doubt. Wasp. Okay, I'm confused, Luke. You got to explain to me what.
Is there a wasp behind us?
I don't
Is
like
there?
wasps.
I don't know. But yeah. So tell me, guys, if you guys were to win gold, are you guys and I know this is a loaded question, but if you guys were to win tag team gold in your area, are you going to be fighting champions?
Most
Most
definitely.
definitely, yeah.
But before the fighting champion starts, we'd have to go on World Tour round 2.
Round
I got
two.
Round 2.
Are you a tag team that believe? First of all, do you mostly play good guys or bad guys?
We are faces. We are the good guys.
We're well, I don't like using the terms, but faces. Okay. But so you guys are the good guys, and so have you ever been put in a situation where the bad guys are so dastardly that you had to turn into bad guys?
Honestly, mainly in that street fight.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
We tried to, and in the beginning, tried to be very correct about what we did, and not bring the weapons in, because those were honestly a last resort if we really had to level the playing field. And I think within like the first 5 to 6 minutes of the match, the Circus of Pain introduced both the kendo stick and a belt and the trash can lid into said match. And I think somewhere under the ring there was a full sink.
Yeah, like a full-on kitchen sink about.
Like a
Thankfully-
double dipper sink or a
Yeah.
regular? Oh wow!
Thankfully, it never
Yeah.
got involved in the match, because it wouldn't have been pretty.
What is the most devastating move either one of you have taken? Not given, but taken.
Power bombs all day.
Yeah, I hate
power bombs.
Power bombs. Probably power bombs. Yeah.
Missy said the name of the promotion is WASP.
Oh,
Luke is crazy. I didn't understand, but there you go, Luke. Thank you for letting us know, Luke. I appreciate you coming up. I just didn't understand. I should have known those were the letters, WASP.
but if we're talking terms of devastating finishers we've taken, the finisher of our trainer, actually, Rocky Rage, he uses a finisher called the Ebola Driver. And
Okay.
You may have seen it on AEW done by MJF. He has them on the apron, sticks their head between their legs, sits down, and they pile drive themselves. That was actually
I'm a huge MJF fan. I know exactly what you're talking about.
stole from Rocky Rage. Videos were sent in. for
audition tapes were sent in by
trying to get to AEW, and MJF saw that move, and then the next week it was done on Dynamite. It was pretty crazy.
Wow. So that's wow. So it's a pretty devastating looking move when a wrestler of his caliber says, "Hey, I'm going to do that."
most
Without a
definitely. And I've taken it. So it's not comfortable.
No.
Billy Jones, sir, you need to become a promoter. You really do. He's like, Scott, get a 2-on match with these guys, New Breed versus Big Country. If you don't know who Big Country is, he's that big guy right there, the huge guy right there in the corner with the
Punisher shirt.
yeah. He's like 500 pounds and he's awesome. Just saying. He just turned at HWA down here, Heritage Wrestling Alliance. He just turned into a bad guy and won the title. So everybody's kind of upset at him right now. Jonathan said, guys, Hurricane, West Virginia to Boone, North Carolina is 4 hours and 23 minutes. Man, Jonathan's on the
Let's do it.
to Boone, North Carolina. It's 4 hours 20. It's 246
Oh, that's my
miles.
man. Old
I'm
Darwin.
telling you, Jonathan is the man. He is spot on,
I
bro.
love
Do you want a job as a person doing who does that for me, man? Because I that's man on the spot right there. I love that.
Darwin
So
is
we're
awesome.
gonna get quick. Go ahead.
Darwin is awesome.
He's probably one of the best announcers in the area. Well, like when he announces me using the "It's Ya Boy," he does the best, says it the best. You can't get better than that. He's amazing.
I know he's good. When I fell down in my chair and pretty much took my kneecap off, and the man went for 7 straight minutes after that with no host, just kept right on talking, kept right on going, and he was doing. I mean, I went back and watched it, and I'm just sitting here going, man, if you people don't hire this man, you're crazy. I'm just saying. Without a doubt. I love it. So we have a few minutes left. I'm going to go to commercial real quick. If you guys have any last questions for the new breed, get them up on the screen. We're going to go into our last segment right after this quick break.
L&L Fence Company, specializing in custom fencing from wood and aluminum to chain link. 9331 Albemarle Road in Charlotte, North Carolina. Give them a call today for your free estimate. 704-563-9544. L&L Fence Company, the king in custom fencing.
There you go. We are back with the new breed. Last segment of the show. So like I said, if you guys have questions, please put them up on the screen now. Let me ask you guys something. If you guys were to be called, let's say AEW comes to town or comes near your town in West Virginia, and they see you and they're like, we want to put you on AEW Dark or whatever, and you get to pick the tag team of your choosing, who would you two like to go up against?
I know who you're going to pick. Go ahead. And you know who I'm going to pick. We can read each other's minds. I swear.
Okay.
I'll let you say it.
He wants to wrestle the Lucha Brothers.
That's not what I was
Nice.
going to say.
Really?
I mean, yes, but not what I was going to say.
Really?
No.
The Lucha Brothers are wow. That's devastating right there. You're gonna have to be on your game, man, to fight the Lucha Brothers now.
Right.
So, Fuego del Sol and Sammy Guevara for him. Sammy Guevara is definitely on the top. He's my favorite wrestler right now. We actually got to meet him at the Lexington Comic-Con a couple months ago. He was a super great guy. If I had to pick a tag team,
very good.
if I had to pick a tag team, it would probably be you pick. Who was it?
For you,
Yeah.
Jurassic Express.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man,
That was number 2.
You know what? Yeah, and I don't mean this with any disrespect, but that would be a good team to go up against you guys size wise.
Right. I feel like me and Marco would,
We've always talked about him and Marco having a match together because he's very short and Marco's very small. So we just think it would be absolutely hilarious to watch that match.
Yeah,
happen.
I was gonna say either Jurassic Express or the Young Bucks.
Oh,
Oh man, what are you talking about? Put him in there with the Jurassic. Come on now, you got to.
Yeah, put me in there with the
what he's
dinosaur.
really got. No, just kidding. No.
Believe it or not, actually, at the upcoming Battleground Wrestling show this Saturday, we actually have QT Marshall coming in to do a seminar, and he will be in a match for the heavyweight championship
Against Huff Manley. And then we are in a match. It is us against Paul Perazzi. It's Jeff Paul and Paparazzi.
All right. Cool beans.
I think Jeff
So
Paul
you
wrestles
probably
at
went
North
right into my last question of the show. Where are you guys going to be coming up in the near future?
We have BGW this Saturday coming up in Hurricane, West Virginia at the Valley Park Convention Center. And then I think our next tag team booking is the 5th in Huntington, West Virginia at HCW against Team Ego, the former tag team champions.
Nice.
But
So you guys, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you guys seem to fight a lot of tag team or ex-tag team champions. And that's got to be good for you guys because you guys are being seen, with the elite. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys are going toe-to-toe, even win or lose, if you guys give them a good fight, your name's getting out there, right?
right, most definitely. And I think a big thing going into this next show for us, our match is not necessarily like the most high caliber match on the card by any means, but with having somebody there like QT Marshall, who is one of the head trainers at the Nightmare Factory and on AEW week in and week out, not only getting the chance to take a seminar with him and learn from him, because his mind is I can't imagine how much he can process and how much knowledge he can impart with us. But the fact that he might see us and go, wow, these guys might be good for the AEW product, and want to maybe see us there in the future, and maybe want to take us to the factory to train us to be on AEW in the future. That's a big thing for us, because that's a connection that you don't get every day. A lot of
I could tell you a story about a good friend of mine, Marcus Erics. He lived in California. He wrestled for Best of the West over there in California. He literally moved across the country to come to some of these North Carolina places that we were talking about earlier, to wrestle in some of these places, and he got picked up by Cody Rhodes. Him and his girlfriend both got picked up by Cody Rhodes and went through the training, and he's blowing it up right now. So I don't and I will say it as clear as day. There will be a day where you will see the name Marcus Erics on AEW Black. So if you guys do that, if you guys, if you guys are willing to travel, get out there and do the stuff and talk to these promoters and do your thing. Sky's the limit, man. I've seen it many times here. I mean, we've got a few guys. And I'm lucky to say that I've interviewed a few guys in my 300. You guys are my 304th interview in the 5 years that I've been interviewing, and I've got 3 people that I've interviewed that are in the big show right now. Big Hobbs, AEW.
Okay.
I interviewed him last year, just before he broke it big with AEW. So you guys can look that up on my YouTube page if you want to. Go on. Scroll down. There's tons of them on my YouTube page, all my interviews. But yeah, somewhere down in there is me interviewing Hobbs, and he was that big way back then. He's even gotten bigger. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, guys. I thank you for coming on #Truth, man. I'm sorry I had to cancel on you guys a couple of times, but you guys are definitely gonna go a long ways. You guys both have great heads on your shoulders. I will definitely get with you probably in the morning, because it's getting kind of late now. But I'll probably get with you guys in the morning and send you some of the promoters and some of the names of the organizations in this area. If anybody else wants to send me a promotion name, because I am very forgetful. Everybody that watches my show knows it. If Missy wants to send me some, Billy wants to send me some, Jonathan, anybody in our area, send me the information, and I would love to get that information to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. And also Team Bay and everybody else up there in your area. I would really love to see the next time you guys get together with all them guys at a show, like, Baker and Team Bay and yourselves. If you guys all go to a show, I would love to see you guys record one and send it this way, and I would be more than happy to pass it along to the promoters out here.
We appreciate that. But
no problem.
Seriously, we appreciate that so much.
Angela said, Scott, can you message me tomorrow? I sure will. I'll message you anytime you want me to message you, because you'll probably beat me up if I don't. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end it like this. The New Breed out of West Virginia, they are definitely coming. You got the Merch Man. You got the Celtic Warrior over there. They are both coming to a town near you, and they are going to wreak havoc, and that is the #Truth. Thank you, guys. We will see you guys Wednesday, tomorrow, where I have 2 shows. HWA show 6 o'clock with Big Country up here, and at 7 o'clock I will have, gosh, my memory, here we go. Well, I just blanked out. There you go. 7 o'clock. Let me see. I got my phone right here. Ha ha. Look at that. All I got to do is go. I'm gonna get killed for not knowing this. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I told you if you guys don't know, I have 3 brain tumors. I'm going in for brain surgery in February. So my mind sometimes just blanks out, even though I've interviewed this guy like 5-6 times and he's like totally cool in our area. I have completely forgot his name. Jackson Sane. There you go. See, Jackson Sane. He'll be on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So we'll see you guys Wednesday for those shows. Thank you again, New Breed. We will get
Thank you.
tomorrow, guys. And thank you for being on #Truth.